T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchin with Lisa. I wanted to remind everybody to tune in and listen to us live on Facebook and YouTube. So this is one of the last shows. We have two more after this for the month of December, and then we just going into holiday mode. So I'm excited to kick off the holidays with these majors in music tonight. Before we get started, what I do at the beginning of the shows, and I haven't done this in a minute, is I have a just because moment. I'm just one of them just because girls. So I like to just shout somebody out for something they have going on, or a product, or whatever it is. So I decided, because I'm hanging out with some friends this evening, I wanted to kind of try to get a little cute, step outside of my box a little bit. So y'all know I'm plain Jane a lot of time. I'm really plain Jane, for real. But I decided to wear this new lipstick that I have, and it's called Spellbound, and it's by Beauty by Bonita. So you all need to check out Bonita Parker. She has a makeup line, but this is called Spellbound, and it's way out of my box, but I said, why not? It's the holidays, so there you have it. Just because, go out and support Bonita, and check out her line. I actually have some cucumber, I forgot what it's called. Actually, she has a herbal eye gel. It has cucumbers in it, but I also ordered that. So please go out and support Bonita. But that's my just because moment. But I wanted to actually introduce my guest, and then we're just going to get into a conversation about what's been going on in the music world. So let me start off by introducing our first guest, and we'll have them really kind of explain the name. But for now, I'm just going to say Pink Polish. They'll explain why it's a little different. But the music industry is forever evolving, and so are many of its key players. The artists and musicians that keep it ticking. Wait a minute, let me start that over, because I'm multitasking here. So the music industry is forever evolving, and so are many of its key players. The artists and musicians that keep it ticking. The metropolitan Washington, D.C. area is a hotbed of talent. Included in this local artistic movement is the renowned, powerful group Pink Polish. Who is Pink Polish, you ask? You're going to find out in a minute. But for now, I'll tell you, it's a dynamic funk and soul trio made up of three extremely talented singers, Pam Ward, Alicia Glover, and Shane. This extremely diverse ensemble never ceases to turn heads with their larger-than-life vocals. As the music drops during any Pink Polish performance, an overwhelming burst of excitement overcomes audiences. And when their flawlessly harmonized sound, backing by intense beats and rhythms, inundates the venue, the crowd automatically stands to their feet. Now, in the spring of 2018, Pink Polish released their debut original single, What Do I Gotta Do? Do What I Gotta Do. I'm sorry. Look at me. Which is available on all major digital media outlets. The song has gained quick momentum as it spins over the airways around the world. The beautiful thing about Pink Polish is that the group is void of egos. All of the members share the spotlight, regularly rotating their lead to background vocalists. Each time these ladies hit the stage, prepare to be thoroughly entertained by the magical power, harmony, class, and beauty of Pink Polish. So welcome, Pink Polish, to Luncheon with Lisa. I'm glad to have you. And then we're going to introduce the man of the hour that's in here with us, or surrounded by all of these ladies. Now, I was going to say musicians, but I can't sing, and no longer do I play any instruments, so mine is me. But I'm going to introduce you to Art Sherrod. Now, Art Sherrod is a national recording artist and Billboard charting entertainer and saxophonist, and he brings forth a new energy and excitement to the stage, smooth jazz and gospel jazz. As a native of Palestine, Texas, Art was heavily influenced by the music of his environment, which ranged from rhythm and blues, pop, rock and roll, country, rap, hip hop, gospel, and of course, jazz. His love for music, entertainment, and appreciation for the arts has afforded him the opportunity to perform on stages throughout the United States and overseas. Art brings forth a rich and dynamic mixture of music that will take you on a musical joyride. To date, Art has released a live DVD, CD combo, and 4 studio CDs. All for Love in 2005, Seasons in 2009, Intervention in 2016, and Back to Business in 2017. Art is currently in the studio working on his 5th studio CD project, which is slated to be released in this year, 2020. So he may have some news for us. But I wanted to mention that Art currently resides in Severn, Maryland, and is married to Georgia Noon Sherrod, who is a native of Orange, Texas. So I want to welcome Art Sherrod to the show as well. I am glad to have all of you here. And it just feels like a old party that we just got back together. So I wanted to catch up with you all, and this was perfect for the holidays. Y'all had the perfect background sceneries, got Christmas and everything. We played the Christmas music. So y'all let me know. So Pink Polish, tell me what's been going on with you all. I know things are different now that we are in the house. So, what's been going on, especially in the last, 8-9 months with the music world? And I mean that together and, individually. Tell me about it.
Go ahead, Pam. Take it. Actually, in the beginning, I think each one of us were kind of laying low. Everybody trying to be safe. But we did establish our own little pod as well. We are in each other's pod where we can safely, if we can only have 10 people, they were invited to my house. Nobody else, even family, couldn't come. But they are my family. So I know myself, I've been laying low, and I think that I can speak for the ladies that said that they were too. But maybe after I was in July, we, started back up. Of course, we did the home sessions with Xfinity. So we had that going on, and you can still go back and check that out on YouTube or Xfinity's page on Facebook. And what else? We also did, we had an outside event with Wendy and Pete, correct? Yeah, somebody chime in to help me remember.
Indy, we did Indy Cella.
Indy Cella.
Yeah.
And then as of late, we've just been trying to do more music.
Okay.
This is the time for people to get in the studio and try to crank out some music, since we can't be together physically. At least we can put something out there, live, virtually. Also, we did a virtual with Mad Jazz Entertainment, which just aired at the, what was that, November 13th.
Oh, I just did something. Okay.
Yeah, so we just did that. We were paying tribute to Patti LaBelle and why am I drawing a blank? Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin, of course. And it wasn't billed as Pink Polish, but of course, Pink Polish was always there.
Right.
The ladies were also doing background for me and a wonderful vocalist by the name of Doreen Vale.
So before we go any further, I thought for those who don't know about the name, Okay, so I want somebody to explain pink polish, because if people weren't paying attention and you just say it, they think polish like the regular word. So explain to us about how pink polish came about and
Alicia.
the spelling.
Go ahead, Lunchin.
Okay. So pink polish, pink because one reason is because breast cancer awareness is our charity of choice.
Okay.
And also too because we're girly girls, so pink it fits.
Well,
perfect.
kinda.
Well, yeah, yeah. Shang and I, the girly girls.
Oh, whatever. Shang is the girly girl.
Yeah, Shang is the girly girl.
Okay. Okay.
So pink, that's where pink came from, and then polish is actually a derivative of each of our names. So it's PA for Pam, LI for Leisha, and SH for Shang.
Okay.
So a lot of people, we may be palish, palish. Yeah. It's polish.
Exactly, polish. Yeah.
Say don't play with it. Just
Don't
say
mess
it.
yeah.
Just say it. Pink polish is that.
AEIOU. Just say it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I have gotten Dove for my maiden name.
Oh,
and I'm like, that used to just like confuse me, because when do you ever say Dove except if you're talking about swimming? So I thought when you see that word, that's the first thing that comes to your mind is Dove. But we can say up a name. We sure can.
Yeah.
So I thought that was an interesting story behind the name, and it's a way to get you all together. So it means something to each person, which I thought was rather creative. So tell me a little bit about missing the stage. So, has it been an adjustment for you to not be literally on stage? Because I've been to your shows and I know how live it can be. So it's got to be a different, it's got to be different being inside.
Yeah.
I think it's really we miss it a lot, of course, because for me, and I think I can speak for my sisters, everybody goes through things, and when we get on that stage, we let it all out.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we leave everything on the stage. And because of the pandemic, we've had to be in here singing, messing up with the neighbors and singing all loud and stuff. So we are, it's hard. It's been really hard for us.
Yeah.
Well, neighbors getting some free entertainment though, right? Because they don't have to pay for their concerts now because you're in the house singing.
They don't complain. They don't say
right. I would not be like, turn up the volume. Come on, turn up the volume. Well, I wanted to bring Art in as soon as he comes on. I wanted to bring him in because you all have actually worked. All of you all have worked together on the stage. And I can't wait to be back in the room with y'all doing your thing. But let me ask you, because you all do so many different genres. So what is your favorite? Now maybe I'll ask each one of you. So what is your favorite genre to sing or do? What's your favorite out of all of them?
Well, my favorite is gospel.
It is gospel.
Love singing gospel. That's my tone. That's my voice. My voice is gospel. I was told at one point that I couldn't make it as an R&B singer because my voice was too gospel-y. But yeah, but I love gospel. That's my thing.
What about you, Alicia?
I would say gospel and anything that anybody else is not doing.
True. And truly,
I know that's right.
Yeah,
I know that's right.
I grew up in Washington State, so I was exposed to a lot of pop, a lot of rock. So and in my music circle, I don't get exposed to a lot of that. So I love to, if I'm just by myself or whatever, like I'm gonna do a rock gig. I'm gonna pair up with another rock sister. I'm gonna do a rock gig because I love rock.
I know that, right? I like how versatile everything. So what about you, Pam?
I my first love is gospel. I would say, as Shang, my voice is using compared to the church. People say that's what they hear, whatever I sing. But I want to say I like a little bit of everything. So I love gospel, go-go, of course.
Yes.
Being a native Washingtonian and in the go-go band. Go-go, gospel, R&B. More so, I would say neo soul kind of R&B. One
Okay.
of my favorite artists is Lettucey. So I think that's it. But like I said, you can catch me listening to a little bit of everything, reggae,
I know that's right.
rock, cool 80s rock. Me and Alicia kind of bond on that part as well, and some pop.
Yes. I mean, I'm a 70s baby. I love like that era with Firecracker and Knee Deep.
Yes.
Yeah, I was all Bootzilla, wind me up. Yes,
Mhm.
I look,
Yes.
my son who's 21, I know his friends know nothing about this music. But he knows all the words. And I said, I know they're looking at you like, what is that you are singing? But that was some music back then. But I'm getting ready to bring Art in because you all have shared the stage with Art. So Art, tell us about what you've been doing, with music and everything since what, in the last 9 months? Because you've been busy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm working on my new jazz record. It's coming out next year, around should be summer. I keep pushing it off because of you can't really tour with your record right now because no one's working. So I got a really good project. I'm really excited about it. My first single has done really well on XM and on Billboard. I think it got to 22 on Billboard, so that was great for the first single. And we have another one coming out in March, and it's going to be about 10 to 12 tracks. And it's going to be a little bit different Art Sherrod that you're used to. I wanted to give it more of a really grooving record, where we're really grooving from top to bottom. So excited about that. And then in the midst of this, I'm also working on a slow jams record. So I'm a big fan of I'm a big fan of slow jams and music that can be romantic and you can put on, you're having dinner with your significant other and you can put that music on. And, I went back and I re-recorded songs like Pretty Brown Eyes and The Lady in My Life and a couple of other ones. I'm not going to give you too many, but we got a, really nice mixture of music that is just reminiscent of really, I'm a 70s, I grew up, I was born in the 70s, but all my music is like the 80s and 90s. That's really where, for me, all the music was happening. And so you'll hear that in this record. And also in some of the stuff that I'm doing for the jazz record. So just keeping busy and trying to stay focused in a time where it's just so much chaos.
Yes, there's a lot going on all at once. It's like different fires that are all burning at the same time, and you got to keep your sanity in the middle of that and actually keep your gift, going. So the music is a big part. I mean, being a musician has to be a blessing in a situation like this, because then you still have that, that foundation of music. You have that gift. So, even if you singing to yourself in the house, you can hear yourself sing. I wish I could sing, because sometimes I was like, I need to hear some other kind of noise, turn the TV off. But yeah, what I think about when I remember, there was one event that I think happened, maybe not this past summer or the summer before. It was a Motown review or some kind of show that I absolutely loved. My mother was, Motown baby, but she got me stuck. So my friends are like, that wasn't your time. I said, my mama said it was a time. It's a time. So what do y'all have? I mean, I know you're working on some things, but what things are you looking to do coming up? And are you going to do something with the Motown thing again? I absolutely love that. All of you actually were working together. I think I saw, I think when I went to something for Art and I looked on the stage, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, all y'all up in the house. Okay. I was like, oh, it's a family reunion going on here. So do y'all have something like that planned coming up soon or next year, or, are y'all working on something like that again?
I know for me, musically, everything is just up in the air. because you
Yeah.
don't know when anything is going to start again. So it's tough to really lock in concrete dates. But you know, to see all of us on stage, I mean, we're just a cast of characters. We have so much fun. I mean, if you think about it, the amount of fun that you see us have on stage is nothing compared to what we have behind the scenes. It's just unbelievable. I mean, we just have fun, and it's so good to have people, like Pam and Alicia and Shane, where you can share the stage with. You can have an incredibly good time. You can laugh, and you're really friends, so you don't have to pretend that you're friends.
Hmm.
And it's just like us being, like in the backyard, like, hey, let's do this, and we're just having a good time. And
Yeah,
so,
it's
and
very genuine.
yeah, and
Yeah.
hopefully that comes through in the music that
It does.
we do,
It
because
does.
there are no airs. We just love music, and we love each other, and so we love doing what we do, which is music and performing for people. So this is tough for us
Hmm.
entertainers right now, because we're not accustomed to being at home. I mean,
Right.
this time of year, we're slammed. From whether it's Christmas concerts to a host of other things, church events and things, and we're just completely shut down. And no one would have ever imagined the entertainment industry getting hit like
Right.
not it's almost like not us.
Right.
But
Right.
it is
Yeah.
really devastating.
Well, I can't wait, and I'm slowly but surely we're getting through this. But I'm gonna go back to Pam for a minute. Because you said something about singing in a go-go band too. And I know you all touch on it because I done been to, I can't remember where it was, but Pink Polish was there and y'all went all in. I forgot. I was like, well, wait a minute, wait, where we at? Okay, yeah, y'all was going in. So tell me a little bit about the go-go, and you mentioned another band, but tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I sing with a band called Let It Flow. We are go-go, but we're really versatile. We do a little bit of everything, but we're of the subset of go-go that they call grown and sexy. So, about our age range, you can get a little bit of R&B with a pocket, a socket behind it, but we can go a little bit harder than that. And Shank being from DC also is akin to the go-go world. And Alicia, we just kind of pulled her in.
That's right.
Alicia
You ain't
and
got
I
no
were at
choice.
Howard University together.
If you come across the borderline, then that's
That's it.
that's where you at.
That's it.
We done pulled her in, and she's been here for years now since we were in school. She never left, so she became part of that community as well. I think I've even pulled her on stage a couple times when she's shown up. Didn't I pull you in? Yeah, I think I did. I think I lost
Oh
my and I pulled her in
Yeah.
on stage with us. But the go-go is just like part of me. It's like my heartbeat. It's being a native Washingtonian and coming up on that. That's what I knew, what I love,
Right.
and this. I love being a part of the go-go community. The music is just like soul stirring to me, and I think it's part of our culture. The percussion, the drums, the rhythm, the call and response. It's all part of our heart and part of our DNA. Um, and I've been in Let It Flow for 13 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
still do
Look,
with many of the other go-go bands, and I've been blessed to be able to share the stage with some of the go-go legends that I absolutely love, like Donnell Floyd, Go-Go Mike, Sugar Bear, even Big Tony, and never got the chance to perform with Chuck Brown, but I stood on the side of the stage and geeked out while he played.
well, look, the funny thing about with Chuck Brown is I grew up I grew up in Millwood, which is where he lives. So he was one of my
Mhm.
neighbors. But
Wow.
I was a kid, so I didn't know. That was back when my parents were going to see the Soul Searchers, and
Yeah.
I ain't know nothing about what was going. I had no clue. But when, and it's like it didn't even kick in because he was a neighbor.
Right.
And he lived down the street. So when he started, people started to talk about him. I was like, hey, that man used to live right down the street. And I mean, that was like when, what is it, mopeds or something came out, and I
Yeah.
think he was the only one in the neighborhood who had one. So all the kids were outside just watching him and his son, but his son was more my age. Um,
Mhm.
so we were just all playing kickball in the street. We ain't know nothing about no music. But it's a great memory now to think about, how something starts out and you have no clue where it's going.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's the thing. And go-go been around. They just can't get rid of it. It's just
You're never gonna get rid of it. I hear so many
yes.
people say
Never.
go-go is dying out. It's never
Never.
going anywhere. I don't, there are
You,
subsets. People have the bounce beat, the grown and sexy, the crank.
you
all
got
of
the
that.
gospel arena all in go-go.
Exactly.
Yes.
You got
Yes.
It's not going nowhere.
It's
That's
not going
right.
anywhere.
And Art even at one of his shows, he dipped into some go-go. I remember.
Come on, Art.
I was like, yeah.
Just because I'm from Texas don't mean I don't know nothing about
I
it.
know that's right.
I did get a chance to play with Chuck, and that was an experience. I was,
Sure.
yeah. He rolled in on a song. We were opening for him, and he wasn't even supposed to be on the song, and there were no guitar players on the stage, and all of a sudden I started hearing a guitar playing, and I'm like, who is it? Where's the guitar coming from? And Chuck sliding it through the back. He came on to the front, and he just wore it out. So that go-go was.
I love it.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about go-go at all. Being from Texas, you didn't hear about go-go, and I started to hear go-go at the Naval Academy. And that was used to hear it live on the radio. And you're like, oh, okay, this is different, And then I've really grown to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
once you get in, even when I went to Spelman, and when you down south, it's totally different too. So the stuff they play on the radio is totally different. So I would go down there and say, what is this y'all listening to? Or it was like behind the time. So we were already listening to that. Now y'all listen to it like it's brand new. And I'm like, okay, this is old. We was playing this,
Yeah.
But Alicia, I wanted to ask you, because you had to be introduced to go-go. So where you were from, where are you from?
So I grew up in Seattle. I'm from South Carolina, but I was a military kid.
Okay.
So I grew up in Seattle.
So I want to ask you a question about being introduced to go-go. So when you first heard go-go, when Pam and Shook said you gonna like go-go, what were you thinking about it? Honestly, like when you first heard it, were you like, what in the world?
So keeping in mind where I spent the majority of my young adult life. Mm-hmm. So I had no idea that doing the butt. No, I had no idea that was go-go. So I had gotten my first exposure when I was at home, but when I came to DC, that's all you heard. But then you heard it all the time, and I was like, yeah, this is getting annoying. This is annoying. But and honestly, I went to Howard. I was like, oh my God, dang music. But I grew to love it. I really did. But I honestly say, and I had conversations with Pam and Shane a lot of time. I like go-go music because I'm not from here, and I wasn't raised in it, and I wasn't groomed in go-go. I don't have the same appreciation for it, but it's not to say I don't have an appreciation. That's just the piece that I'm missing. Right. However, I do like it because I'd be like, oh, let's put this in the pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
She's the one that called it.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and if you went way back to when they first started with some of that music, like sardines and all that,
Yeah.
But the kids know it now because they done pulled it from behind and pulled it up. So, but we look at them like, y'all don't really know, But
sardines. So I learned that sardines and pork and beans. I learned that we was in a band at Howard. I was like, this song about sardines. I was like, and because I was silly anyway. I was like, oh, I loved it. Oh yeah, we changed the words to it and everything. Oh yeah, ran with it.
If y'all changed the words.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were sardines and a can of beans.
Right.
Oh yeah, we were in
the band. You have to understand. One day at band camp, being in a marching band at HBCU is a true experience.
I swear, the best experience ever.
That's how we met.
So that's what I was going to ask you. So that's where all of you are met?
No, Alicia and I met at Howard University. We both were in a marching band. Now I can't play a lick of anything. Alicia is actually a musician. People don't realize that she is a musician. She played saxophone and what else? Mellophone.
Yeah, I played alto tenor, and then I went over back to brass. I came from
Right.
brass, went to woodwind, went back to brass.
Right. So she's actually a
Okay.
musician, and people don't know that. But I was a flag twirler. I was captain of my flag section. Yes, I
She
was
Okay.
in
was
a
leading it though. She was
yeah,
leading with it.
yeah.
Well, because look, it's well coming from DC, I graduated from HC Woodson, so when it comes to band, we don't play.
Right,
So, oh
right.
yeah, you
But
you
that's
you
I
going
funny. I
somewhere
didn't
for
know
the
it was
band.
bad.
yeah,
It was just once I went to a HBCU and I saw the band, I was like, oh, that's where I need to be. I came from,
Yeah.
I had more of an athletic background. I was a cheerleader, I was volleyball, I was softball in school, my whole life growing up in DC schools. But once I got to Howard, I saw the cheerleaders, they were a little bit different than DC cheerleaders. DC cheerleaders were a little more urban, I will say. When you got to Howard, they were more, and so I was like, I ain't sure about that. And I
Right.
saw the marching band and I was like, okay, I could do this. But I'm
So
so
how
glad
did
I did.
y'all connect with Shane? How did the trio come about?
Oh, funny. Karaoke.
yeah,
Karaoke. We
yeah.
we met up with some friends. I think I say it's just God because God has always put people in my life that are affiliated with music. I think that
Mhm.
was just for me to continue to grow and learn. And I think Alicia and I started going to karaoke. We met some friends. I used to work at a bar as a part-time job when I was in school, and this guy was doing karaoke. We became close with him. We would go to his karaoke spots every week. We were like weekly karaoke folks. And we met Shang at one of those spots. And then we just all kind of gravitated, start
Yeah.
singing together, promoters start putting us on shows together. And it was just like instant chemistry.
So wait a minute. So was it that she sang? So did she was she up singing and y'all were like, okay,
Yeah,
bet we need to talk to her.
yeah. I think it was just we all like were just casually,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
had your setup. I mean, in DC karaoke is a little bit different. Karaoke open mic or karaoke in DC is like different. People would say that all the time. You got singers at karaoke
Yeah.
in
It,
DC.
it's really serious. Like, I mean, there have been like some serious things that happen at these DC karaoke.
Yes,
You know,
yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So we just kind of clicked and started being put on shows together, and it became a family.
And when was that? So how long have you all been singing together?
Oh, 20 years.
Really?
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah, we were all 10. We were all 10 years old. Yeah, 20 years.
20 plus.
In karaoke, right?
Yeah, in karaoke, 10. I said what I said.
Right. She said that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So okay, so let me okay, so Art, you would have had to been somewhere around, not too much older than that or so when did you all connect with Art?
How did that happen?
Man, it was kind of individually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Separately as
I
artists,
think,
right?
well, I connected through Shane.
Mhm.
I connected through Shane. I disappeared for probably about 6, 7 years off of the scene. And then I remember when things turned around, these two, I hit them in, but I was like, I'm back.
Right. Right.
And literally,
What do I do?
it was January when I inboxed them. It was January of 2011, I think.
11. Yep.
And when I tell you the two of these put me to work, and I have not stopped working since, I mean, it took off. And I was like, wow. So I'm ever so grateful just to be able to get back on and to maintain the connection with my friends, my sisters. And during that time when I was away, they were nurturing. They were making their footprint. And so for years, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to catch up with them. And I felt like that. So I was really just driving, but I really enjoyed the time. And I tell you, they both they were like, we need backs, we need backs, we need backgrounds. And I never stopped working,
Right.
never stopped it.
I love it.
yeah.
It didn't take Alicia long at all, please believe. Her ethic was like when she was in school, her work ethic, and she hasn't lost that, and she's still like that. She always is growing and learning. Now I go to her, to ask questions
Oh,
on what to do or how to do it, or I'm listening to her on how to do it or how to run this business.
Me too. Me too.
well, I mean, y'all know who I be calling. I go to him. I be like,
Right.
uh, I be like,
Well,
just here for a
and the
second.
connections that you all have, when Art mentioned this before, it does show on stage. So it doesn't even look like that you all are a separate group. Like Art has his own thing, and you
Hmm.
all Pink Polish. It actually just all seems like y'all family, and y'all just somebody put a microphone in y'all hand and a saxophone, and y'all was like, y'all ready? Bet, let's do this. And that makes for a wonderful just experience. I remember going to one of the events. I think it was the Motown one, and my husband and I were sitting at the table with another couple from California. And we didn't exchange numbers and everything. We didn't know these people. We was just having such a good time that we was like, okay, so we're gonna when we get to California, we're gonna look you up. And if it wasn't for COVID, maybe we would have been over there. But it was that comfortable, you know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
be in the room. And then afterwards, of course, I was trying to get to y'all to let y'all know I'm here. I saw y'all, I was making eyes. I think it was Sugar. I was looking at you trying to say, look, girl, I didn't know you was gonna be here. And she's at the side of her eye, and Alicia's making faces on the stage, I think,
Hmm.
and
Sure.
I'm laughing like she ain't supposed to be doing that. She's supposed So I love the energy that you all have on stage. I mean, and it shows that you all are not just, even not just friends, y'all family, when
Yeah.
it comes to this
Yeah.
business.
I love these
Y'all look out
knuckleheads.
for each other. Yeah.
Hmm.
I will give a shout out. The last time Alicia and Art, I don't know if Art, were you on the same show, but when Pam, y'all had another event. Pink Polish was supposed to be in two places at one time. And what I liked about what you all did as a team, as a group, was you all split that up. And thank goodness, because y'all blessed us. So I was just like, oh, we so special. And I think it was in where else you all were doing the some award show. Oh, Black Girls Rock or something was going on the same exact night or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Black Girls Rock. Mhm.
Yeah. And
I
I
think Pam was on that.
so special because I was like, oh man, y'all coming because y'all look, because I would have been like, give me a ticket and we can go too. We can cancel this. No, but I appreciated you all, and that just kind of showed the kind of people that you are, and how y'all try to make it happen. And I appreciate that. So tell me a little bit, and I'm gonna start with Art. Art, what do you have planned for the holidays? And actually, I wanted to ask you all individually, outside of music, what do you like to do?
Okay. Is that aimed at me? I go first. Is that
You
me?
gonna go
You
first?
first.
So for the holidays, absolutely nothing really. I just did a video uh, for a church, and I have another video thing I have to do. Pretty much doing everything from home and from my home studio, and it's been working out. Working out well. So that's really all I've been doing. And in terms of outside of music, I love to play golf. That's one of my favorite things to do. So if I'm in town and my wife, my kids, they know on Saturday I'm going to play golf. That's typically what's happening. But it's
Yeah,
a
that's
little
the
silly
story.
right
Yeah, my husband is like, yeah. I tell a
now.
funny story about with the golf. I thought I was trying to get, involved in golf. Watching golf on TV is, it's a different experience, I must say.
It's
But
boring.
I was
You
trying
watch that?
You can say it's boring. Don't play.
You
I
watch
was
golf,
trying
Lisa?
to I was trying to look. I was trying to do my, I'm trying to get involved here. So I went on my lunch hour at work and bought me some golf clubs, okay?
Oh, okay.
Thinking that, okay, so we can play together. Now we bowl, we do all kinds of things. Okay, that was probably the worst thing I could have done because it was like
Yeah.
I can't have golf to myself, and I was like, well, I don't even like golf, but I was trying to, I was trying to be supportive, but that is his thing. So, when he get a nice day that's not freezing cold, that is where he is. So I absolutely understand because he had to prove to me that all day long, y'all out all day long. And look, I've been to the when it was out in Bethesda and walked that, yeah, nah.
Now you understand. Sometimes you have to let the wife go out with you so they can experience. Oh, so this is why it takes 4 hours.
Yeah, after that, I was like, all this walking and
Yeah.
to watch this little ball that I can't see. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me, Pam, what is it, that you have planned for the holidays? And what do you like to do outside of music?
Outside of actually,
Nothing.
outside of me, no. I'm a mom and a wife.
Okay.
So this Christmas we'll be at home. Probably pretty quiet. I don't expect much else. We do like to entertain, but because of COVID, of course, we don't normally do much of that except with my little pod,
Right.
here and there. But it's going to be pretty quiet for Christmas. I think we're putting up the tree this weekend.
Okay.
My mother-in-law may be in town. That's about it. Coming from South Carolina, so she may stay with us between my house, my sister-in-law's house, with the kids. And I have two teenage boys who are both
Okay.
seniors. They graduate from high school. Um, so that's about it. And then lately, actually, I think my hobbies have become watching TV and trying to find what's good on Netflix and Amazon Prime.
I have
I'm
gotten
watching
into
more
Netflix.
TV.
Yes. Yes. But I mean, it was a time to slow down because I think I've watched Netflix more now than actually. It's so much stuff on there. I'm like, I don't know what this stuff is. So
Mhm.
what else we gonna do? So I said, well, just push the button. I mean,
Yeah,
if
Right.
we don't like it, just turn it off.
right. Go to the next show. It's
Right?
1,000 of them out there here.
Yes, because there's plenty in there.
Yeah.
So Sugar Shane, tell me a little bit about what you got going on for the holidays. I see your Christmas tree up.
So yeah, my Christmas tree is up. She's not finished.
Oh, she's not finished.
I
Okay,
think I
but
put
Really
two
good.
in the
you gonna
day,
beat me already.
but my plans. My daughter actually invited me up to her house to be with
Okay.
the grandkids. So I'll be with my daughter for Christmas. And what I'm doing outside of music now, this piece that I have on, I have did an online boutique.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have stuff that I have it inspired, powered by Sugar's Closet.
Okay.
Pieces like this that I'm trying to get rid of. I have shoes that I've never worn, jewelry, and all that stuff. So I'm getting an online boutique together called Laces and Pearls.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And as well, I'll be selling lingerie too.
Ah, okay. So
Get a girl.
we're gonna need the details on when we can start pushing the button, shopping.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I just thought I'd wear this little piece just to
Yeah. So is this gonna be by Christmas or
it should be by Christmas. Yes, ma'am. I'm working
okay.
really hard on it.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Okay. So Alicia, what's going on with you?
So I'll be laying low for Christmas,
Okay.
and usually this time of year is the time to start planning. Do a little strategic planning, and so I try to take a couple of weeks at the end of the year off of my 9 to 5 to sit still, revamp, clean up,
Yeah. Yeah.
clean out. But one of the goals I'm currently working on is I am working on opening my nonprofit. And
Wow.
so I'm really excited. I'm really excited about it. I've had the vision for a long time. And I had to bring my camera in because there's like whiteboards everywhere in here. And when you look at the whiteboards in here, there's stuff like all over, so much, get it out. So I'm excited about getting the nonprofit up, and I'm excited about who I want to partner with.
Okay.
And one thing I love to do as a coach, I love to, just serve people. And like the whole Thanksgiving thing, Pam was a part of me. One of my girlfriends said I was peddling so many turkeys. I was peddling turkeys like they were crack. I was trying to get rid of turkeys and Thanksgiving baskets, and I'm driving around delivering. I'm just like, hey, people need to eat, people need to eat. So I love community service. I love it. And anytime somebody's in need, if there's anything I can do, I will do what I can to support the effort. So getting the nonprofit up is like a big deal for me. So I think that's my focus actually for the holidays as well as the upcoming year.
Well, what I'm going to do real quick, and we're going to come back, but we're going to play a little commercial as Shariva tells me we got to pay the bills. So we're going to play a little commercial, and then we're going to come right back.
Saving My Pockets was founded by Shariva Smith, where she tells you all the latest sales, all the greatest couponing tricks, hacks, and places to go find the half-price items, buy two, get one free, even flash sales. You don't want to miss it. Even the biggest discounts out here on the streets. So make sure you join that Facebook group, Saving My Pockets.
Oh, so and that has everything to do with the holidays because we gotta save our So look, and I'm going to do a little plug for Shariva because we're going to get her to do some classes on couponing because I need to know how to do that. It's a gift. Because after one little coupon and I've used that, I'm like, okay, so now we're doing too much. I gotta figure out how if I do this one. Man, that's a lot of head work. So Shariva is the bomb at it. So I'm looking forward to, sharing some classes for Shariva so we can save our money.
Right.
But I wanted for you all to kind of share with us a little bit. And I think we have one more video. She'll let me know a commercial coming up. But I wanted you all to share what's coming up for you. I think RC, you said you were working on something for 2021. So share with us what you're working on coming up and how people can get in touch with you for your music and everything you have going on.
With everything, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I still have a traditional website, so it's just artsharadjr.com. And the records, I'm going to start probably the marketing on the Slow Jams record in January. So for the people who want them mailed out to them, hopefully we'll be in a position where we can mail everything out toward the back end of January.
Okay.
The other record is going to be a little bit later down the road, and it's going to be in the summer. So I mean, I just have one more song to finish and I'm done. But I haven't been that pressed to get it finished because of COVID.
Right.
So
right.
And it's not really as a real big deadline. But so all of the normal music channels, the iTunes, the Amazons, and those things like that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to slip a little single or something out there for people to get it in advance, just to kind of get the feet wet a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're ready for it. Do you have anything for the holidays that people can go out there and purchase or that you're working on?
Well, my latest single, the first single from my new record is up on iTunes. It's called Rhythm of Life.
Okay.
So that's up now, and said next year I'm gonna have a host of things up there that I'm excited. I have I went in the studio. I have Chris Big Dog Davis did some work on this record, and Jacob Webb he's out of New Jersey. He's the J in the JT project. So he's a phenomenal producer, writer, arranger. And I have Greg Manning on there, who's a phenomenal keyboardist out of LA. Just a lot of guys have done some amazing work. So nothing big at the end of the year. Everything is really geared toward getting ready for next year.
Right.
At the Birch Jazz Festival is coming up. They've moved it back a couple of months, so I think they're doing it in August now.
Okay.
instead of the traditional right there at the end of March, early April. And I just got off the phone with a couple of other promoters about a few things that are going on next year. So yeah, next year is going to be promising, but we got to get that vaccine. You know that.
Yes.
I just had to turn down a New Year's Eve thing, and I was like, I mean, hey, my dad told me a long time ago, all money's not good money.
There you go.
So, I just can't, everybody is not responsible. And I don't want to be the fallout of someone not being responsible, especially with New Year's, where there's a lot of irresponsible people out there.
Absolutely. Look, that's why we are virtual right now, because Lisa is so extra right now. But so individually, I wanted you all to tell me what you all are working on and what's coming up, and then as a group, share with us. Y'all can pick who's going to share what the group is working on. So Pam, you want to start?
Sure. Right now, I've been working in the studio, some singles of some things. I also was a part of the go-go community did a thank you to Donnie Simpson. He was just inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame. So I was a part of that. I was blessed to get a call to be a part of that.
Wow.
I have worked with Jam and Jeff on a couple things. We did a go-go We Are the World. And he also did a nice go-go, I want to call it like pocket go-go track with for Thanksgiving that he just released on New Level Entertainment. So I've been doing some piecework here and there. Also, I'm part of the theater community in DC and Baltimore for the most part. And we've worked on some things behind the scenes, but COVID has pushed some of those things back. So hopefully we did a tribute, and I don't want to say the name of the artist because they're still working on marketing that. But I did do a video and a single for that, and I'm hoping that'll be released maybe at the top of the year or in the first quarter of the year. So just been doing some behind the scenes things, really.
And where can they find where can they find your stuff?
Sure. I don't have a website, but I am on Facebook. It's Pam Ward on Facebook. I am on Instagram officially Bunny J BUNNI_J. LAF Diva on Twitter. And of course, with my ladies of Pink Polish, the website is www.pinkpolish.com. PALISH.
Right. So Sugar.
So I have just been doing a lot of writing.
Okay.
I'm looking to get in the studio with my songs that I've been writing. So I'm reaching out to actually my producer for my first CD, Mr. Maurice Chevalier. I'm looking to work with him again soon.
Mm-hmm. And how can they get in touch with you on to follow you and get your music?
Well, I am also on Facebook, Sugar Shang, and Sugar is spelled SHUGA, SHANG. I'm on Instagram as Sugar Shang Music. I'm on Twitter as Sugar Shang Music, and that's it. There you have it.
Cool beans. And Alicia.
Actually, currently working on finishing up a single. I too have been writing. So working on a Christmas project for next year. Working on something for the season that we are currently in. There's a single entitled "Better." Things will get better. I've done a couple of events online. Couple online events. Had a great time with my independent music community, the indie family folks up in Toronto and UK. It was just awesome time. So I can be reached at AliciaGlover.com and NTD_Alicia on Twitter and Instagram, and Alicia NTD Glover on Facebook. So I'm just trying to keep it moving.
I love it. I'm going to play one more commercial, and then I have one question for you all before we say goodbye. So
Okay.
we're gonna pay one more bill or half a bill or something. Okay, so I have a question for you all. Now you can add, I'm gonna give you two and you can pick one. I want everybody to answer for me either somebody that you're looking forward to working with in the music world in the future, or your favorite person that you have already done some things with. So, and anybody can go first, but just kind of curious, do you have like a wish list?
So my favorite person that I've worked with is Glenn Jones. I've always loved Glenn Jones. His voice is like phenomenal, and I got a chance to work with him. And I pulled Alicia in our Pink Polish boy, David Hanna. I pulled him on there with it, but that was like my highlight of basically my life right now. But the person I'm looking forward to working with, if you're out there, Joe, we need to do it together.
I know that's right. Claim it.
We need to do a duet. So Joe, I love Joe.
So y'all share this to him so he can get the message.
Yes,
Okay.
Right.
shame, Joe.
Tag
Come
him,
on.
girl.
Okay. Who's next with their wish list?
I'll go. I really want to work with Earth, Wind, and Fire on Mid Condition.
Okay.
I'll just leave that right there.
I know that's right. Hey, just let me know when I need to show up.
I just want a piece of harmony. All I want is I just want to be on backs. I just want to be on backs.
I think I would love to work with Lettucey,
Mm,
and or Patti LaBelle. I did get a chance to work with Patti LaBelle once. I would love to do it again. Like Alicia said, just on the backs, just to be there. I
just
was
put me in the
it
back.
all.
Just put me in the back.
And let me say, Fantasia. I love me some Fantasia. Her energy is unmatched on stage.
Yes.
So those are three ladies I would love to work with. I did get a chance to open for Lettucey before. I've met a lot of my musical heroes, so I'm blessed that I was able to do that. But yeah, just to really collaborate and work with them would be great.
Wonderful. What about you, Art?
Um, I just want to work with Pink Polish, and but
You stole mine.
they don't call me, but it's cool. Uh, but there are a couple of people that I just really enjoy working with. I mean, like I'm supposed to do something with CC Peniston again in January, and I just enjoy the energy. Like I said, I was in the military in the '90s, and so that going into the clubs and you hearing finally and all that stuff, man, it wasn't a night at the club if you didn't hear that. And so, and she's such a sweetheart, a lot of energy. I enjoy that. I love working with like Phil Perry and Kenny Lattimore. Those are two guys that are just amazing. They're two different artists, but they're amazing in their own right. Phil, he makes you feel like you're in a class every time you're with him because he's got stories for you. He's gonna educate you, and he's so passionate about everything that he says. But he's an amazing artist. Kenny Lattimore, I just love working with him because he's so genuine, and that brother will sing all night. He's not that guy that's watching his clock, and if he's supposed to be up 45 minutes, he's going to be up 44 and a half. Now, he's that guy. I mean, really just an amazing artist. But if I had a wish list, I would love to do something with like a John Legend. That would be, to me, that would be just awesome.
Yes.
To do something like
Well, yeah. Look, y'all put my invitations in the mail. When it happens, don't leave me out. Don't leave the little people out.
Everybody gonna know if I get a duet with Joe.
Look, I know that's right.
I just called him too, Shane. He was on the other line.
You just let me know.
I didn't know if I could give you the number, so I did.
Yes, you can give him my number.
Okay.
She said you had permission.
And let me just say something real quick. And I wanted to actually say this publicly. Art, I just wanted to say thank you because, and Shane, because Shane was the vehicle to connect you and me together. And you have actually provided some wonderful opportunities for me to be able to work with some great artists. So I just want to personally say thank you for the calls. And thank you for the opportunity because, you know, you don't have to call people back. And I've told you this one time before. So I want to personally say I really appreciate you for the opportunity that you've actually provided for me. And thank you, Sister Shane, for being the vehicle and being the instrument, boo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna practice that one, Shane.
Yeah. Well, you know, and for you to be able, for you to deliver all the time, you know, you'd be amazed at the amount of people that get phone calls or that you call and they're just not ready. They're not prepared. They leave you like, man, I probably shouldn't have called them for this. And, you know, to have any of these young ladies on your stage, you already know that they're going to be prepared and they're going to be ready to rock and roll. And you're not going to have to hold their hand, which is amazing. And, you know, it's a true acting to these guys. If they work their butts off and have been working their butts off for a long time, and they always stand and deliver. Always.
Yes.
So
well, this is a blessing to have you all here. It's been a blessing. Thank you so much for coming to Luncheon with Lisa. I appreciate you all. You are always welcome. All y'all, look, y'all better let me know when this stuff be happening now. And say, I think I was sitting on Luncheon with Lisa, and I said I was going, so let me know. So I wanted to remind everybody that you all can tune into Luncheon with Lisa every Thursday, 7 to 8. We stream live on Facebook and YouTube. But before we leave out of here real quick and Sharifa shuts us down, I wanted to know if you all would do us a favor and just sing a little something.
You tried it, didn't you? Oh, you tried it.
There you go.
Right.
Look.
There you go.
Like, where's that Homer Simpson emoji where we go into the bushes?
right. Look.
Something where just a little something.
So is it going to work with us together?
I know. I don't know how it's going to work because it tunes us out when we're talking.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Look, I'm not no music person. Y'all know I just want to hear you sing. So, okay, look.
Go ahead and hum something, Pam. Go ahead and sing a little something.
Yeah, that's you.
Okay, so real quick before we leave then that means since okay, I got a plan. I'm gonna work it out. So we're gonna go around the bend. So Alicia, just a little 2 seconds or something. Sing us something.
Your love was the reason I woke up this morning. Take it, Pam.
The thought of your loving is what kept me going. Shane.
My love for you was so real and true. I guess. Who would have thought that today I'll be over you?
That works for me.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all did look.
So complete. Now so I do what I gotta do.
Do what I gotta do. Well, we tried.
Thank God so much. And Art, you can do the little. They don't know, but they're gonna find out when they buy
Right.
I'd be grabbing the mic.
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got something for
in, but it's cool. Don't worry.
Art can sing.
Don't let Art fool you here.
Thank y'all so much. This has been awesome, and I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you so much.
Yes, have a wonderful new year. And I love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
We love you too. I want to shout out everybody on the live. Thank you for tuning in.
We
love you
too.
Thank you.
Bye.
See y'all next Thursday.
I'll see you guys. Y'all be safe.
Yeah.